Many celebrities steer clear of acknowledging their cosmetic surgery, fearing the stigma that comes with it. In the world of fame, beauty is often seen as essential, but for some stars, the pursuit of perfection has led to devastating results. Drastic changes to their appearances not only shock fans, but also make them nearly unrecognizable. So, where did it all go wrong? Drop a comment with #1 and keep following to uncover the shocking stories behind the famous faces altered by failed cosmetic procedures. Donatella Versace, once a fashion icon known for Italy's signature elegance, especially after the tragic death of her brother Gianni Versace in the late 90s, became the center of much debate. As she entered the 2000s, fans couldn't help but notice that her distinctive appearance began to change, and not in the positive direction she had hoped for. The first and most noticeable change in Donatella Versace was her nose. Once a natural feature, her nose became more refined and slender, suggesting she may have undergone rhinoplasty. However, this was just the beginning. Donatella's once smooth, youthful skin gradually transformed, taking on a glossy, almost wax-like appearance, likely due to multiple facelifts. These procedures stretched her skin, stripping it of its natural look and texture. Her lips, once naturally soft, became plumper to the point of exaggeration, likely due to the use of lip fillers, which sparked much discussion. But that wasn't all. Her cheeks appeared fuller and more contoured, possibly the result of cheek fillers or implants. Even her eyes weren't spared from cosmetic intervention, as it's highly likely she underwent eyelid surgery, blepharoplasty, to lift her eyelids and eliminate puffiness. The end result of Donatella's transformation became an endless topic of discussion in Hollywood. However, while she continued her efforts to maintain a perfect appearance, the story of the next star will shock you even more. Linda Evangelista, once celebrated as one of the 90s top supermodels, underwent a cosmetic procedure that tragically changed both her face and career. A legendary Canadian model, Evangelista appeared on the covers of over 700 magazines during her iconic run. But in 2015 and 2016, she underwent 7 cool sculpting treatments, a non-invasive fat reduction method. Unfortunately, instead of shrinking her fat, Evangelista experienced a rare side effect called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, PAH, which caused her chin, thighs, and chest to harden and swell. This rare side effect impacts fewer than 1% of cool sculpting patients, but for Evangelista, it severely distorted her face, replacing her previously balanced features with hard, misshapen lumps. Despite undergoing 2 corrective liposuction surgeries in 2016 and 2017, her condition not only failed to improve but also led to more pain and a prolonged recovery process. The drastic transformation of her appearance forced Evangelista, once a global beauty icon, into seclusion, avoiding the public eye. Despite multiple attempts to correct the issue, nothing worked, leaving her career shattered and her face permanently changed. If you think this story is heartbreaking, just wait until you hear what happens to the next star. Lisa Rinna's journey to enhance her appearance led her into a battle she could never fully win. The actress and TV personality, famous for her roles in Days of Our Lives and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, first turned to cosmetic surgery at 20 in 1986. Inspired by the film Beaches, she opted for permanent silicone fillers to plump her lips. Initially, the procedure gave her a fuller, more youthful look, becoming her trademark. However, over time, the silicone hardened, leading to swelling and uneven lumps. By 2010, after nearly 25 years of struggling with the effects, Rinna sought help from a Beverly Hills doctor to remove some of the scar tissue, but the damage was irreversible. Rinna didn't stop with lip enhancements. She also injected facial fillers, Botox, and underwent breast augmentation. The excessive use of fillers caused her face to become overly tight and unnatural, making it difficult for fans to recognize her. In 2024, after facing widespread public criticism, Rinna admitted that some types of fillers were not right for her, and she had to dissolve part of them. Her cosmetic journey left lasting and unforgettable marks. But the next star's transformation took a turn that now makes her feel like a stranger when looking in the mirror. Kenny Rogers' greatest regret wasn't the fading of his fame, but the haunting feeling of seeing a stranger in the mirror. The country music icon, celebrated for timeless hits like The Gambler and Islands in the Stream, enjoyed a remarkable career that spanned 6 decades. His smooth voice and rugged masculinity made him a cherished figure in the music world. However, his pursuit of cosmetic surgery left him with a drastically altered appearance, a transformation that deeply affected his sense of self. In the late 1990s, under the pressure of aging in the public eye, Rogers chose to undergo multiple cosmetic surgeries. Facelifts and eyelid lifts were the most prominent procedures, but the results left him with a constantly tense expression and unnaturally raised eyebrows. This decision led to backlash from fans, many of whom struggled to recognize the once familiar face of the country legend. Rogers openly expressed deep regret, admitting that the procedures failed to achieve the desired outcome and instead stripped him of his natural masculinity. Despite this, Kenny Rogers remained a beloved music icon until his passing in 2020. The next star, though determined to defy the effects of time, also found themselves unable to escape the pitfalls of cosmetic surgery. Joan Van Ark, best known for her iconic role as Valine Ewing in the TV series Knots Landing, had a successful career that began in the 1970s. However, in the early 1990s, she began undergoing a series of cosmetic surgeries in an effort to preserve her youthful appearance. Her first rhinoplasty in 1991 yielded minimal results, and the following eyelid surgery left her eye area looking hollow and unnatural. In the early 2000s, she continued with a series of facelifts, Botox injections, and chemical peels, which resulted in unnaturally tight, pale skin, especially around her mouth and cheekbones. The constant cosmetic interventions not only made her face look artificial, but also stripped away her natural beauty. In 2020, during the 40th anniversary celebration of Knots Landing, Joan's face was described as melting due to the effects of excessive surgery. Her story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of extreme cosmetic procedures, ultimately overshadowing the artistic legacy she once built. Cosmetic surgery once promised to restore youth, but for the Duchess of Alba, it only left her with a face that even her immense fortune couldn't fix. Maria del Rosario Cayetana Fitzjames Stewart y Silva, the 18th Duchess of Alba, was one of the most titled nobles in history, holding over 40 titles. She lived a life of wealth and power, but her fixation on preserving her youth through cosmetic surgery became one of the most defining and tragic elements of her life. In the 1980s, Cayetana began undergoing a series of cosmetic surgeries, including a nose job, facelifts, lip fillers, and Botox injections. Her attempts to maintain her youthful appearance soon turned into a cycle of procedures that led to severe distortions. She was diagnosed with Melkerson-Rosenthal syndrome, a condition that causes facial swelling, and the surgeries she pursued to mask its effects only worsened her condition. The once delicate and distinctive features of Cayetana were drastically altered, causing her face to become tight and uneven. Each surgery further damaged her, leaving her skin unnaturally taut and distorted. By the time of her third marriage at 85, to a man 24 years her junior, Cayetana's face had become unrecognizable from her youth, shocking both the public and the media. The quest for eternal youth can sometimes strip people of their sense of identity. Michela Romanini, an Italian socialite once compared to Paris Hilton, was known for her beauty and extravagant lifestyle. In the late 1990s, she began experimenting with cosmetic surgery, starting with collagen injections to plump her lips and Botox to smooth her skin. Michela Romanini's pursuit of beauty soon spiraled out of control as the lip fillers and Botox injections began to distort her face, giving it an unnatural appearance. Subsequent corrective surgeries only made things worse, turning her once elegant features into a fake, artificial look. Her obsession with cosmetic surgery not only aged her beyond her years, but also turned her into the subject of mockery, becoming a stark example of the dangers of overindulging in cosmetic procedures. LaToya Jackson's face underwent such drastic changes that it became unrecognizable, shocking both fans and critics alike. She began her solo career in the 1980s, finding some success with the album My Special Love, but never quite matching the fame of her brother, Michael Jackson. In the late 1980s, LaToya started experimenting with cosmetic surgery, beginning with a nose job in the early 1990s, which was reportedly modeled after Michael's own surgeries. However, the successive procedures resulted in a nose that became narrow and out of proportion with the rest of her face. Not stopping there, she continued with facelifts, cheek implants, chin augmentation, and filler injections, giving her face a sharp, taut, and wax-like appearance. Eyelid surgery made her eyes appear overly wide and stretched, while her puffed-up cheekbones and fuller lips combined to create an unnatural look. Her Joker-like smile and the dramatic contrast to her earlier self led to comparisons with her brother Michael Jackson's own cosmetic transformation. These procedures not only erased her original soft beauty, but also became a cautionary tale about the dangers of overdoing cosmetic surgery. Dolly Parton once humorously stated that her goal was to look like a cartoon character, and she has undergone numerous surgeries to achieve that look. As a country music icon with a career spanning over 5 decades, Dolly is celebrated not only for her musical hits, but also for her distinctive style. However, to maintain a youthful appearance, she began undergoing cosmetic procedures in the 1980s, starting with a nose job, brow lift, and eyelid surgery to address sagging. While these surgeries enhanced her look, they also reduced some of her natural expressions. Over the years, Dolly continued with chin augmentation, facelifts, and Botox injections to keep her skin flawless. But these procedures began to make her face look more artificial. At the age of 60, she underwent a facelift to tighten the skin around her neck and face, resulting in a youthful look that lacked naturalness, with skin that appeared overly taut and almost plastic. Dolly even admitted to experiencing complications, such as swelling and bruising after surgeries. But she viewed these as the price to pay in order to maintain her alluring image in the public eye. Goldie Hawn, a beloved star for over 5 decades, underwent significant changes to her appearance, but not in a positive direction. After attending the 2014 Academy Awards, the alterations to her face began to attract attention. Cosmetic surgeons speculated that she had used Botox and fillers in her cheeks and under her eyes, but these injections caused her face to swell, losing its natural, balanced features. By 2017, when she returned to the screen in Snatched, Her unnaturally taut skin seemed to be the result of excessive facelifts, particularly around her jawline and cheekbones. The most noticeable changes in Goldie Hawn's appearance were in her eyes and nose. Experts believe she underwent eyelid surgery, removing too much skin, which led to a permanently surprised expression and a stiff, unnatural gaze. The rhinoplasty made her nose narrower, but it created a sharp contrast with her previous look. Her efforts to maintain her youth ultimately backfired, causing her face to lose its natural quality, her smile to become rigid, and her facial movements to become less flexible, leaving her with a look that was unfamiliar to her fans. What happens when procedures meant to preserve youth end up causing you to lose the very appearance that made you famous? Melanie Griffith, the star of Working Girl and Body Double, was once celebrated for her natural beauty and charm. However, the pressure to maintain a youthful look led her down the path of excessive cosmetic surgery. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Griffith began with Botox, lip fillers, and facelifts. Initially, these procedures brought her satisfaction, but over time, they dramatically altered her face. Her unnaturally plump lips and taut skin caused her face to lose its softness. The overuse of fillers and Botox made her look stiff, stripping her of the natural expressiveness she once had. By 2017, Griffith admitted she didn't realize the extent of her transformation until others pointed it out. Despite her attempts to dissolve the fillers, the damage was irreversible, significantly affecting her career. Her iconic beauty was replaced by an artificial appearance, becoming a clear example of the pressures to maintain youth in Hollywood. Daryl Hannah, the actress famous for her roles in Blade Runner and Splash, was once adored for her natural beauty and grace on screen. In the 1980s and 1990s, her striking appearance played a significant role in her success in Hollywood. However, the pressure to maintain youth in the cutthroat entertainment industry led her down the path of cosmetic surgery, resulting in a drastic change to her appearance. In the early 2000s, it was believed that she underwent eyelid surgery to remove sagging skin, but the result wasn't as expected. Instead, the skin around her eyes became unnaturally tight and thin, leaving her with a perpetually surprised expression. Not stopping there, Hannah continued with Botox, lip fillers, and facelifts, causing her face to gradually lose its natural appearance. Her overly puffed cheeks and lips made her look stiff, almost plasticized. These changes not only shocked her fans, but also diminished her ability to express emotions on screen, contributing to a decline in her acting career. By the time she reached her 60s, her unrecognizable appearance overshadowed the image of the once successful actress, prompting her to shift her focus toward social causes rather than the film industry. Brigitte Nielsen, the Danish actress and model famous for her roles in Red Sonja and Rocky IV, captivated Hollywood in the 1980s with her striking beauty and impressive height. However, as she aged, she turned to cosmetic surgery to preserve her youthful appearance. At 44, Nielsen appeared on the reality show From Old to New, documenting her journey through a series of procedures, including facelifts, eyelid surgery, Botox injections, lip fillers, and liposuction. These surgeries, especially the facelift, stretched her skin to the point where her face appeared plasticized. The eyelid surgery altered her once large, expressive eyes, making them narrower and less natural. While Nielsen admits to being satisfied with her appearance at 61, it's undeniable that these procedures have erased the distinctive features and natural beauty that once made her so captivating. Her attempts to erase the signs of aging have, in turn, dulled some of the unique personality that defined her as an actress. Suzanne Summers, the actress famous for her role as Chrissy Snow in Three's Company, was once adored for her vibrant career and natural beauty. However, her journey to maintain youthfulness led to significant changes in her appearance, with fans noticing that she increasingly looked less natural. Initially, Summers claimed that her youthful look was due to a strict regimen of hormones and supplements. However, experts suggest that her changes went beyond typical skincare. From facelifts that created unnaturally taut skin around her jawline to a smooth forehead thanks to Botox injections, her appearance began to exhibit the stiff, frozen look typical of repeated surgeries. In addition, she admitted to using fillers but expressed regret that some of the filler shifted over time, leaving her dissatisfied with the results. Her plumped, full lips and a nose that appeared wider than before made her nearly unrecognizable compared to her younger self. The once distinct nasolabial folds also faded, a clear sign of the filler's effects. These changes not only diminished her natural beauty, but also served as a cautionary tale about the risks of overdoing cosmetic surgery. Caitlyn Jenner, known for her public transgender journey, has undergone significant changes to her appearance, particularly after a 10-hour feminizing surgery in 2015. The surgery included eyebrow lifts, jawline sculpting, nose refinement, and cheek implants to soften her features, resulting in a more feminine appearance with a contoured jawline and reshaped nose. This was just the first step in Caitlyn's transformation as she worked to achieve the look she desired. Over time, Caitlyn Jenner has continued to undergo various procedures, including nose revisions, lip and cheek filler injections to create a more youthful appearance. Botox has also been used to smooth her forehead and lift her eyebrows, providing a wrinkle-free, taut look. However, many have noted that her appearance has become increasingly unnatural, particularly around the eyes and forehead, where the skin appears unnaturally tight and frozen. These changes have sparked mixed reactions, keeping Caitlyn's surgeries at the center of media controversy. The public's opinions on her transformation highlight the complex nature of cosmetic procedures and their impact on self-identity. Mickey Rourke, once a Hollywood heartthrob, underwent numerous surgeries after transitioning to a boxing career. Severe facial injuries led him to have his nose fixed 5 times and undergo several procedures to reconstruct his cheekbones. However, the results were not as expected. His once chiseled face became swollen and rounder, with his sharp cheekbones turning fuller but lacking balance. The overuse of Botox and dermal fillers also gave his forehead and lips a glossy, unnatural appearance. Fans had mixed reactions to Mickey Rourke's transformation. Some expressed sympathy, understanding that he had to undergo these surgeries, while others criticized his altered appearance. Mickey himself admitted that he chose the wrong surgeon to fix his face. Despite this, his acting talent remained unaffected. His outstanding performance in The Wrestler proved that, even with a changed appearance, his skill and passion for acting were as strong as ever. Known as the first supermodel in the world, Janice Dickinson became famous for her natural beauty and captivating presence. However, her journey with cosmetic surgery began in her 30s with a breast augmentation, and from there, things quickly spiraled out of control. Janice underwent multiple facelifts, liposuction, and extensive Botox treatments, leaving her skin unnaturally smooth, almost wax-like, while erasing the natural features that once defined her beauty. Cheek implants gave her a more sculpted appearance, but combined with Botox and dermal fillers, they made her expression stiff and devoid of the natural warmth she was once known for. Despite facing significant criticism, Janice Dickinson has always maintained an unapologetic attitude. She even appeared on the Botched TV show to correct a botched breast augmentation from 30 years ago. However, the excessive use of cosmetic surgery not only affected her appearance, but also had a serious impact on her finances. In 2013, Janice was forced to file for bankruptcy due to the mounting debts from her costly cosmetic procedures, marking a challenging chapter in the career and life of the legendary supermodel. Thank you for watching the video. This is the story of celebrities who have completely ruined their faces through cosmetic surgery, leaving behind haunting lessons about the price of chasing perfection. Stay tuned for more shocking and interesting content in the next videos. Goodbye and see you again. I and C.